Well, hello class and welcome to week 5 where we are going to be working more on our recorder here. So this week we are going to be looking at 59, 62, 64, and 65. Of course, like always, we're going to start out with our 3 stages. We'll start out with stage 1 where we go through the rhythm. So let's check out number 59, which is Waltz Petite. Something that we're going to add to this is going to be a new note. Yay, excited. So look up at 58 and you're going to see the picture of our new note. Now this one is just like fingering the new note we learned last time or 2 weeks ago, which was E, which is thumb and all 3 fingers on the top, plus the 1 and 2, and then you're going to add the 3rd finger. Now the 3rd finger is going to cover that hole, the very first hole that has 2 holes in it. It's got to cover both holes. So try to play that for me. Now, because it's on a low note, you have to blow very easily through the instrument. If you blow too hard, it will squeak. And if you are not covering all the holes, it will squeak. So if you hear squeaks either way, check and make sure all the holes are covered and make sure that you're blowing really easy. One more time, ready and play. Good. All right, so the D is the note that we're looking at, and it is the first note below the bottom line. Okay, so it's considered on the space below the line there. And so looking at 59, the very first one we're going to look at, it starts out on D there, and so you have all of those fingers down. But let's do rhythm first before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Something else that we're going to notice is that we are in 3/4, so that's 3 beats per measure. And so when I count you off, I will count you off 1, 2, 3, or I'll count you off 1, ready, go. Okay? All right, so rhythm first. 1, ready, go. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta. 2, sh, 2, sh, 2, ta, 2, ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, 2, sh, 2, sh. 2, sh, ti, ti, ta, ta, 2. Very good. And remember, a dotted half note gets the original value of the half note plus half of the original value, so that would be 3 beats there at the very end. All right, let's go through stage 2. Stage 2, we're going to do the note names. Now again, I want to make sure that you're practicing this correctly. You have all of the correct fingers down. So everything on the top hand and then the bottom hand is the first 3 fingers for that D. All right, and when we go from measure 1 to measure 2, you're just lifting 1 finger to the E and then putting it back down for that 3rd measure. So the first 3 measures should be super duper easy. When we switch from measures 3 to 4, all you're going to do is lift your bottom hand fingers up, and then when we go back to the next measure, they all come back down. So it should be easy. Don't let it get too complicated for you. All right, so let's go through the note names. 1, ready, go. D, 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 E, 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 D, sh, G, sh, E, E, D, D, E, E, G, A, G, sh, D, sh, G, sh, D, D, E, D, G. All right. Now, if you need to do that again, feel free. Just back up this video and try it again. This last time, stage 3, we're going to play through it. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, play. Good job. All right, let's move on to the next one here that we're going to look at today. So going down to the bottom of the page, number 62 is the next one we'll look at. Now we're going to move back into 4/4 time. So we will count off just like normal. Also take note, at the very end of the second line, there are 2 dots, so we'll actually repeat this one. So let's go through stage 1 here first and do our rhythm only. 1, 2, rhythm only. Ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, 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 2, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, 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 2, repeat, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, 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 2, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, 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 2. All right, second stage. Let's go through the note names. Now we're going to start on B, so that's the note we first learned with just the thumb and the first finger, and we're going to keep adding fingers as we go down. 1, 2, ready and say. B, A, G, E, D, E, D, E, D. B, A, G, E, D, B, G, A. B, A, G, E, D, E, D, E, D. B, A, G, E, D, E, D, G. Repeat. B, A, G, E, D, E, D, E, D. B, A, G, E, D, B, G, A. B, A, G, E, D, E, D, E, D. B, A, G, E, D, E, D, G. All right. Now, a couple measures that may give you a problem are going to be the last one on each line. B, G, A, or E, D, G, because you have to do a little bit of skipping around, but the rest of it's just going straight down all the notes that you know already. So let's play it. Third stage, play. 1, 2, ready and go. Repeat. Good job. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is going to be number 64, the Jolly Miller. And this one is a little different because we have a pickup note. Now, I know we've talked about pickup notes before, but what we basically do is steal the last beat of the last measure and stick it at the beginning. So when we count off, we will count off 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and we come in on beat 4. Okay, now this one's also practicing with our D. Notice that the very beginning is going to go from D to G. So D, all 3 fingers on the bottom. You're going to lift all 3, and then you're going to put them all back down when it goes back down to D. Okay, so don't stress out about this. This one actually looks a lot harder than what it is because it's got a lot of eighth notes, but they're just repetitive eighth notes. Okay, so don't stress out about it. Let's do rhythm first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ta, ti, 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 ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, 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 ta, 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 ti, 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 ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, 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 ta, ta. All right. Now, let's go through the note names in stage 2. And remember, if you want to slow it down, just stop and practice on your own. Go at a slow and steady pace. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. D, G, 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 D, 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 E, 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 D, 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 G, 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 A, B, B, A, G, D, G, 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 D, 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 E, 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 D, 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 G, 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 A, B, B, A, G. All right, let's go through stage 3. We're going to play this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right. Last but not least is going to be number 65. Now this is probably going to be the most difficult one that we do today, mainly because of the measure before we see that first ending there. But because it's such a well-known tune, we're probably going to pick this one up a lot quicker. Now let's talk about a new concept that we have entered, is a first ending and second ending. As you can see above 65 there, we have a little explanation of what it is. So the very first time you go through this, you're going to go through the entire line as written, and where you see that one, that's called our first ending. We get there, you see those 2 dots. That's a repeat sign. So you're going to go all the way back to the beginning. We're going to go all the way through the line the second time, and at the second time through, we're going to skip that first ending and do the second ending. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, but that is the map or the road map that you're going to take. So all the way through to the first ending, repeat back to the beginning, go all the way back through. When we get to the first ending, you're going to skip it and take the second ending. All right, let's do rhythm first. 1, 2, ready, and go. T, 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 ta. T, 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 two. T, 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 ta. T, 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 two. Beginning. T, 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 ta. T, 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 two. T, 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 ta. T, 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 two. Hopefully you ended there at the second ending. All right, so the second time the second stage that we're going to do now is going to be the note names. Now, we should not have any problems with the first 4 measures. We know B, A, and G very, very well. You may have struggled a little bit with the second 4 measures, but the first 4 measures should be nails, okay? All right, so let's go through the note names next. And remember, first ending, first time through, second ending, second time through. 1, 2, ready, and say. B, 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 A, A, G, 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 B, E, 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 D, D, G, A, G, A, B, A. Repeat. B, 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 A, G, 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 B, E, 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 D, D, G, A, G, A, B, G. All right. And we're going to go through this the last time through, but before we do that, I want you to look at the measure before the first ending, where it says A, G, A, B, A. We're going to play that. I want you to play the measure before the first ending and the first ending. We're going to do it a couple times. 1, 2, ready, and go. Do it again. Ready, and go. Last time. Ready, and go. That's really going to be the hardest measure to do, even though it's the B, A, and G that you're familiar with. But that's the one that tricks you up the most because you have to think really quickly and move your fingers quickly. So stop the video right now, go through that a few times as slowly as you need to just to work it out, and then come back in and we'll go through this together for our stage 3. Stage 3, let's play. 1, 2, ready, and go. right, good job, guys. Way to get through week 5, and we'll be back with you with more for next week.